So the question is, how do I address God? How do I speak to God? It's the one thing is just be informal. Just like how you would talk to a close friend. Speak to God just like that. And you know what? In the beginning, it'll seem so like weird, just like, we're talking to someone that, that's not in front of us as such, right? But over time, once we increase in our spirituality as a result of praying to God and speaking to Him, that's going to change. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's mentioned this. There's a hadith of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he says that, Allah says, "I'm just as my slave thinks I am." Right? So I am just as my slave thinks I am, and I am with him if he remembers me. If he remembers me in himself, I too remember him in myself. And if he remembers me in a group of people, I remember him in a group that is better than they. And if he comes one span near to me, I go one cubit nearer to him. And if he comes one cubit nearer to me, I go a distance of two outstretched arms nearer to him. And if he comes to me walking, I go to him running. So here, God is saying that, look, just be informal. There was, Khalifa Rabi rahimahullah ta'ala, I remember when he was quoting this hadith, and then Hazur, I remember, got really emotional, and he said that every single person thinks of God, perceives God differently. And Hazur mentioned that one time during the time of Hazrat Musa, Hazrat Moses alayhi salam, there was a person who was just sitting on the side of the road, and he was saying that, oh God, if you were here, I would comb your hair, I would, clean you, and I would do this to you and that to you. And as Musa alayhi salam got really mad at him that, you know, like, you're talking about God. So as Musa alayhi salam, got angry and scolded him and said that you're talking about God. God doesn't need like you to comb his hair and do things like that. And while Hazrat Musa alayhi salam was yelling at him or scolding him, God revealed to Hazrat Musa alayhi salam that who are you to like tell him to stop? You don't know how much I was enjoying this person's, love. So Khalifa Rabi rahmatullah, then he went that, you know, talk to God, think of God, like always think good of God, his attributes, think good of him. And when you think good of him, right? And then, like he's your own best friend. He's your own, like, like we have our parents, we have our friends, we have our siblings, we have our spouses, we have our children, right? But God is also ours. So speak to him just openly, frankly, that God, this is what I'm going through, this is what's happening. In the beginning, it will be weird, but sooner or later, as we increase in our spirituality, that takes time, that everything is going to change.
है दस्ते क़िबला नुमा, है दस्ते क़िबला नुमा, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह.